Some people wake up every morning to money that arrived while they were asleep. No side hustle. No client calls at midnight. No inbox to check before coffee. It's not because they're lucky, and it's not because they're geniuses. It's because they own businesses that run without them. Boring, unglamorous businesses that almost nobody takes seriously until they see the numbers. You've probably walked past a dozen of these this week without noticing a single one. 20 of them, ranked from the one that takes the most effort to the one that takes almost none. If you only remember one, make it the last. It's the one with the least work and the biggest payoff. Let's start. Business 20. Commercial window cleaning. Picture someone hanging in a harness on the side of an office tower. It looks dangerous. It looks like a job, not a business. And that's exactly why almost nobody builds one here. Commercial contracts on office buildings and hospitals pay $400 to $1,000 per workday, and most of them renew automatically, year after year, without you ever having to re-pitch the client. You don't need to be the one on the harness. You need to be the one who hires 3 two-person crews and keeps the difference between what the client pays and what the crew earns. If heights make you nervous, that's not a reason to skip this. It's the reason nobody's competing with you for it. The businesses that feel the most uncomfortable to start are usually the ones with the least competition waiting for you inside them. Business 19. Pressure washing. No harness. No license. Just a machine that costs $1,500 to $4,000 and a city full of dirty sidewalks, storefronts, and parking lots that need it. This one doesn't care what the economy is doing. When people have money, they wash their homes because they want them to look good. When money is tight, businesses wash their storefronts because it's now protecting their revenue. Either way, you get paid. The real move is refusing one-off jobs, sign annual contracts with buildings and property managers instead, and you stop chasing new customers every week. The same customer just keeps paying you month after month without you lifting a finger to find them again. Business 18. Portable restroom rentals. This might be the least attractive business on the list, and that's exactly why you should pay attention to it. Every construction site, every outdoor event, every fairground needs units, and almost nobody wants to personally own them. You buy the units once. You rent them out for events or by the month, clean them on a route, and collect on repeat. You're not selling anything anyone wants to buy. You're renting out something everyone needs and nobody wants sitting on their own property. That discomfort isn't a downside. It's the wall that keeps your competition out. Business 17. Vending machines. Forget the squeaky machine from your school hallway. Today's vending machines take cards, have screens, and can be checked from your phone without you ever showing up. A well-placed machine in a gym, office, or factory can bring in $300 to $1,000 a month in pure profit. And the secret isn't the product, it's the spot. That corner of the break room was making $0 a month before your machine sat on it. You're not really selling snacks. You're charging rent on a piece of space nobody else thought to charge for. Scale that to 50 machines on a restocking route, and you can go years without personally touching a single one. Business 16. ATM Networks. This one pairs perfectly with the last, so hold that thought. Owning your own ATM network sounds like something only a bank does, but anyone can buy machines, place them where cash is needed, and earn a fee every time someone withdraws. In the right spot, a single machine can generate $1,000 to $3,000 a month in net profit. You're not serving customers. You're just keeping the machine stocked and charging for the convenience of being there when someone needs cash and doesn't have it. If a location already trusts you enough to host your vending machine, that same owner will almost always say yes to an ATM too. Same visit, same relationship, twice the income. Business 15. Bookkeeping for small businesses. Every small business has to keep its books in order, and most owners hate doing it enough to pay someone else to make the problem disappear. That's worth $500 to $1,500 a month per client. 10 clients, even at the lower end, is $10,000 a month. No office, no employees, just you and a laptop. You don't need to be a certified accountant to serve a business that only needs basic organization, not a full audit. What you're actually selling isn't a credential. It's the relief of never having to think about it again. And people will pay for that relief every single month. Business 14, residential and commercial cleaning. This one gets dismissed instantly because it sounds too simple, but 5 recurring weekly clients can put $5,000 to $8,000 a month in your pocket. Grow to a 4-person crew, and you're looking at $25,000 to $40,000 a month, with margins between 35% and 50%. The secret isn't cleaning better than everyone else, it's recurrence. A client who pays you every week for a year is worth far more than 10 clients who each hire you once and disappear. Most people who try this and fail don't fail because they clean poorly. They fail because they keep chasing new clients instead of holding on to the ones who already trust them. Business 13, pest control. Nobody wants to think about a cockroach problem, but the moment someone has one, they don't shop around. They call and they pay. Sign a monthly contract with a restaurant, an apartment building, or a home, and it renews itself, because no business wants to risk a health inspection over a pest problem. Notice the shift in power here. Most services require you to persuade someone to buy. Pest control flips that. The client urgently needs what you offer, and they simply pay what you ask. That's a different kind of business entirely. Business 12. Coin laundry or laundromats. This is one of the most quietly reliable businesses in the country. A typical location can pull in around $150,000 a year, with margins that can reach up to 35%. And the number that should really grab you. Roughly 95% of laundromats are still open 5 years later, a survival rate almost no other small business can touch. People will always need clean clothes. That doesn't change with the economy, with technology, or with trends. And most of the real upside isn't even the machines anymore. It's what surrounds them: vending, an ATM by the door, free Wi-Fi that keeps people in the building longer. One laundromat quietly becomes 3 or 4 small businesses under one roof. Business 11. Self-storage rental. Notice how many storage facilities keep popping up in your city. There's a reason. Roughly 1 in 8 households now rents a storage unit, and that number keeps climbing. Homes and apartments keep getting smaller. People's belongings don't. This business doesn't sell space. It sells the solution to a problem modern life keeps creating on its own. And the fastest growing customer isn't a family between moves. It's small online sellers using units as makeshift warehouses instead of paying for real commercial space. Storage stopped being about keepsakes. It became quiet infrastructure for other businesses. Business 10. Heavy equipment and tool rental. An industrial mower or a professional grade saw costs thousands of dollars. Most people don't want to spend to use for one weekend. That gap is where this business lives. You buy the equipment once. You rent it out dozens of times over its life. Your real customer usually isn't the homeowner. It's the small contractor who'd rather rent for a 3-week job than own something that sits unused the rest of the year, costing money in storage and upkeep. The equipment pays for itself several times over, and after that, almost everything it earns is profit sitting in your pocket. Business 9. Sports card reselling. This one sounds like a hobby, not a business, which is exactly why so few people treat it like one. Buy bulk lots of cards, grade them accurately, compare them against real market prices, and resell them on the right platforms. A single mispriced card can wipe out the profit from a dozen priced correctly, which is exactly why doing this carefully, every time, matters more than doing it excitedly once. Boring here doesn't mean formal, it means repeatable. And a process you can repeat every week beats a lucky find you can't repeat at all. Business 8. Light manufacturing of small parts. Think about the screws, brackets, and small connectors holding together everything around you. Nobody dreams of manufacturing them, which is exactly why almost nobody competes for that work. A manufacturer focused on custom parts for one specific industry can pull in serious revenue simply because they solved a small technical problem the big factories won't bother with. No large factory will stop its production line to make 1,000 units of something only one client needs. That order is too small for the giants and exactly the right size for you. Business 7. Management software for small businesses. You don't need to build the next viral app. You need to fix one annoying, specific problem for a business that's already paying for a worse solution. Scheduling software for electricians. Inventory tracking for small shops. Nobody's building it because it isn't exciting. But somebody's willing to pay every month for it to exist. The mistake is assuming your software has to be brilliant. It doesn't. It just has to make one annoying task disappear. A small business owner already paying $100 a month for a clunky tool isn't looking for innovation. They're looking for the problem to go away. And if you're the one who makes it go away, you've got a customer for years. Business 6. Specialized electrical work. Traditional electricians already do fine, but something changed with the rise of smart homes and EV charging stations. An electrician who specializes in EV charger installation and smart home systems can charge well over $250 an hour, far above the standard rate. It's the same trade it always was. What changed is the direction it's pointed in. More homes are adding EV chargers every year, and most electricians in your area still haven't specialized in it. Whoever gets there first charges premium rates simply for being early, before it becomes normal, and before everyone else catches up. Business 5. Plumbing for commercial kitchens. Everyone jokes about plumber rates until a pipe bursts at 2 in the morning. Behind that joke is a serious business. Combine regular maintenance with emergency calls, and a plumber can generate $150,000 to $300,000 a year. The real leap happens with specialization. Focus exclusively on commercial kitchens, and a restaurant that cannot afford to wait a week for a repair will pay premium rates for immediate service. Every time. Specializing in urgency beats being a generalist for everyone. When you're the one a business can't afford to lose, you stop competing on price altogether. Business 4. Parking lots in high-demand areas. This might be the most boring business on the entire list, which is exactly why you should be paying attention right now. A well-located lot in a business district can bring in $10,000 to $30,000 a month, almost entirely hands-off. There's no product, no inventory, no customer to win over. Just an empty space, the right location, and people willing to pay to leave a car there for a few hours. You're making money from land that's already sitting empty. And location can't be copied overnight. Whoever gets the right corner first keeps the advantage for good. Business 3. Established service franchises. Buying a franchise isn't for everyone. It takes real upfront capital. But it remains one of the most predictable ways to build serious income, because you're not betting on an unproven idea. That fast food location you drive past every day almost certainly isn't owned by the corporation. It's owned by someone who decided to buy a system that already works instead of inventing one from nothing. What you're really buying isn't the logo. It's every mistake someone else already made and already fixed for you. You show up to run a proven process instead of discovering one the hard way. Business 2. Buying an existing business instead of starting one. This one's different from everything else on the list because it's not about which business, it's about how you get one. Most people assume the only way to own a business is to build it from scratch. But buying a boring business that already works, a laundromat, a cleaning company, a pest control route, removes the riskiest part of any new business, the stretch where you have no idea if it's going to work at all. Businesses with steady, repeat customers routinely sell for 3 to 5 times their annual income. One-time sale businesses sell for 1 to 2 times. The market itself is telling you which kind is more valuable, and every business on this list can be bought this way instead of built from the first customer up. Business 1. Recurring revenue, 1655 to 1810. And here it is, the one that changes everything. It isn't a specific business. It's the principle running underneath every single one you just heard. The difference between getting rich slowly and never getting rich at all isn't which business you choose. It's whether that business pays you once or pays you again next month without you having to earn it twice. The laundromat, the storage unit, the pest control contract, the bookkeeping client, the ATM. They all share the same invisible structure. The customer pays, leaves, and comes back to pay you again next month, without you having to convince them all over again. So here's the one question worth carrying out of this video. Before you evaluate any idea, ask yourself, does it pay you once or does it pay you every month? That single question quietly rules out most of the ideas people chase and leaves you only with the ones capable of actually building long-term wealth. None of these 20 businesses are exciting. That's not a flaw. It's the entire point. Excitement attracts competition. Boredom repels it. You don't need a breakthrough idea to build real wealth. You need to be willing to do something everyone else is too proud, too impatient, or too uncomfortable to do, and then do it consistently, month after month, long after it stops feeling new. Every one of these businesses is already running in cities all over the country right now, owned by people nobody's writing articles about. Not because their story isn't worth telling, but because there's nothing flashy to show. Just a number that gets a little bigger every month, whether or not they showed up to work that day. That's the version of wealth that actually lasts. Not the one that goes viral. The one nobody's watching. If one of these 20 made you think of something you've already seen up close, that's not a coincidence. These businesses are running in your own city right now, quietly, mostly ignored, mostly uncontested. If this changed how you look at boring, hit that like button. It's the single biggest signal that tells us to keep making videos like this. Subscribe if you want more breakdowns built on real numbers instead of hype. And in the comments, which of these 20 surprised you the most, or which one have you already seen with your own eyes? See you in the next one.